Hello and welcome back to the channel. This is Harpp here, and in today's video we will be talking about ULC. As some of you may know, ULC 10 has started, and just now the leagues have been divided into two groups, Group A and Group B. And we will be doing a speculation video where we try to decide on a power ranking and go over each league and their players and captains, as well as our thoughts. And to join me on this, I have Bu and Brisked. Both of those players are very well versed for side server Azure leagues, as they know such leagues inside and outside, and they also play Smogon Monotype tournaments, so you might know them very well. And here they are, Bu.
What's up?
And Brisked.
Hello.
Yeah, Brisked is also someone who has been helping me in the background of creating videos by helping me, make contact with players properly, since I have a very weird time zone. So thank you for that.
Yeah, no problem.
So I have the challenge page here open, and first let's go over Group A and then we can start with Group B. First of all, I'd like to ask you, what are your overall thoughts on this ULC, as there are many incognito leagues here who have come back from the dead out of a sudden to just play ULC. So what are your thoughts on that?
I think that I know a while back there was one incognito,
Which is?
and it was, I think some of them were on the descent. It was like Eric, Oven, Glorious, those guys, I believe. But that was the only one I really saw, and now to see that we have two this year kind of throws me off guard a little bit, and I don't really understand why to go incognito.
They said they didn't want to get scouted. They wanted to use their main types or whatever.
Oh.
I mean, in Monotype, like, I know back on the side server there's this whole thing with like the gym leaders and like you are a gym leader of a certain type and you call that your main. But in Monotype, I feel like in order to be a good player, you have to be familiar and can at least use every type to an extent.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
So I
But
feel
like all stars have like Mateus, and he's probably wants to use normal without getting CT.
I mean, yeah, but I know, like, for me recently, what I've done is when I'm scouting people, I kind of pick up on certain play styles they like to bring. Like, I know in my, like, when I was scouting first, my last seasonals run, I picked up that some people like to use balance, some people offense. So I'd bring teams that would prep for primarily offense, primarily balance, etc.
Yeah, as you said that it's better to be well versed in every type rather than sticking to a single type, since it's so easy to see team in monotype. Even suppose even if the matchup is not normal versus fighting, it can be Keldeo water versus normal, which is again favored towards water. So it's very easy to see team any type in monotype. You just need a set or a Pokemon, and the whole matchup is turned upside down. So it's better to be well versed with every type. You're right with that, certainly. And Bu, what are your thoughts on this ULC season? Since you're also a staff, so you know a lot of inside stuff.
I think it looks fun.
I think
There's some good teams.
You think it's fine? Do you think the competition is more tougher this year, this season?
Is better.
Yeah.
You think it's better?
I think it's tougher than the last one.
And why is that?
I don't know, like Horizon made playoffs last one and they were just bad, and a team with just Shady made playoffs and they were pretty bad.
I feel like one thing with the side server is it's a lot more, it's there as a social piece more than a battling piece.
Yeah.
Like, I remember on the side server, like, you couldn't get a ladder game. And now I like to hang out on the main server more because I can ladder there. I'm more focused and playing
Ye-
to enhance my skills.
Yes, exactly. With what you have said, Briss, I'd like to add more on with my experience. After I left Alpha officially, after Alpha disbanded from Azure, it's still on Discord. We have a small group of people, but that's not the point. Once I started being more on main, I was focused, as you said. I focused more towards monotype and not being toward administrative duties of organizing a league, running tests, etc. So I had more time on myself. So that is the period when you start improving actually. Leagues are fine to have a strong basic grasp. After that, you just need to divert on your own. I believe that.
Yeah.
I just want to touch on one thing though. I think, like you said, I think once you are able to leave that side server kind of thing and focus on yourself, that's good. But one thing I've noticed is that the community of talking to other people kind of keeps you engaged and motivated to get on.
Yeah, that's also one way to say it. Yeah. So now let's go over each league, and I have also the spreadsheet open for ULC 10, and we can go over each member and their captains. So let's start with Arbiter. Arbiter is a league who has been playing in so many ULCs and is also ULC champion.
Yeah.
So we have Arkan CL as the applicant. We all know how Arkan is, and he is a good player.
Yeah, he's tough.
Yeah, and under his leadership, Arbiter has performed well so far. Like Arbiter has, a reputation around itself. I believe that in the league world of Pokemon. And
Arbiter's been around for a while.
Yeah, and they also have a good rooster of players consisting of Arkansas himself, Chaitanya, we have, who is another very good tournament player actually. They have WhatsApp.
He won the last.
Great player WhatsApp as well. Trichotomy is also good, though I have not seen much of him recently.
Yeah, I haven't seen him at all.
Yeah, same.
I think he just got back.
You think?
Podge has been busy with school and stuff too.
Who?
Podge?
Podge, yeah. He's not on this. Oh, he is. Sorry.
Yeah.
And how is Ferno? I have seen him on main sometimes, but I didn't speak to him yet.
I think Ferno's pretty bad in my opinion.
Okay.
I think Ferno's a good player, but just really bored of the meta. So whack teams. I was playing a few friendlies with her yesterday.
Yeah, and
like I don't think she brought a standard team.
No, she used an awful team.
Oh, I remember. Ferno is a good. Yeah, right. He made predictions on Smogon tournament seasonal thread, I believe, right?
Was it seasonals or was it MWP?
Yeah, some team tournament. I don't remember very vividly, but I do remember Ferno made prediction.
Ferno always makes a meme prediction.
Yeah, right.
I find them funny though.
Yeah, same. I also find it funny. Sometimes mildly irritating, but overall it's funny. So overall, Arbiter has a strong rooster, I believe, between Chaitanya and Vosa, who can provide teams.
Yeah, they're definitely contenders.
Yeah. Next we have Alpha. You guys will have to talk about Alpha. If I talk anything, it'll be biased.
Alpha.
I think Alpha's good.
I think Alpha's good. Harpp's definitely like their main leader, their main guy. I believe even though Slayer is the applicant, I think Harpp has the better experience, more familiar with Monotype, has the drive to get better, has the drive to keep playing. I don't know too much.
I think Alpha's a little top heavy.
You think Alpha will?
I think Alpha's a little top heavy.
Well,
like
in ULC, it's okay to be top heavy because
yeah,
it's
that's true.
Like I think every league has a few people who will be the backbone of their team. They'll pass teams around, will tell people what plays to make and call. I think it's mainly about, I think ULC, because there's the whole, after you use a type, you can use it. I think the teams that can kind of predict around that, play around that, will have a better advantage than most. And I think,
yes, I agree.
I know, I think Harpp is very good.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, for sure. He went undefeated in World Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
As for the rest of your team,
Silex is alright.
Yeah, Silex. You may know about Silex. He recently played in some tournaments on Smogon.
Yeah, I don't remember his Smogon account, but he did like BLT and stuff.
Yeah, he did BLT, right. And Alpha Rabbit is also a tournament player. He currently plays more of RU, but he was also a monotype main for a long time. Rabbit, he's a voice in RU room. Rest of players are veterans. They more or less don't play much mons right now.
Slayer did BLT in like last MPL and stuff too.
Who's?
Slayer?
Yeah, Slayer was an MPL, but unfortunately he didn't get a chance to play. He was benched for the whole week.
I remember seeing a game where like Slayer lost 5-0 to Badoon, where he lost like bug versus psychic or something like that.
Yes, I saw this match. Yeah, he misplayed somewhere. I remember that matchup. I actually saw that match.
Yeah, that wasn't like GPL.
Something like that.
And moving on, we have Zoo Pals. I don't know anything about this league.
They're alright. I actually played with them last ULC.
Lucky Piper is the applicant, and they have Cognito, Hazard, and Rap Yogurt as managers.
I think some of these people are from Alliance.
Oh, Rap Yogurt was in Alliance. That's Alliance Purgatory or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. I see, when I look at this team, I don't really see a good leader.
Yeah, that's true. They don't have like a really good player.
Okay.
There are what, 5 players I recognize from this league?
Yeah. I know Lucky Piper.
I don't know any of them as like a strong tournament player.
Tide is hit or miss. He can play really good, but he can also play really bad.
Yeah, Tide.
Tide can get some lucky, so that might help.
And Tide has a tendency to bring unconventional stuff. So I think sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I feel like in ULC, because again it's a lot of players from the side server. I feel like sometimes it's just best to bring traditional stuff and focus on the matchup, not so much being okay.
Yeah, being able to outplay is also one factor.
Yeah.
And I think I recognize Rook. Rook used to play a lot of monotype on side server. I don't know what he does now. And
he's okay.
I remember Professor Genius. Wasn't with Lotus?
Yeah, Professor Genius. Yeah, I think he was with Lotus.
He hasn't played in a while.
And then Domesticated, I see him on there sometimes. I think I recorded.
He's kind of bad.
Domesticated is bad?
Yeah.
He's okay. I wouldn't say he's terrible. Like, he'll win games.
For ULC, he'll be fine.
Yeah. And next is All Stars. All Stars.
All Stars? Oh, they're all on off.
Incognito leagues.
Yeah, what are these names?
I think it's...
They said their whole roster on Splash Brothers YouTube channel.
90 plus 5 Mora.
They're actually pretty good.
D. Sean Williams. It's like a mixture of Shawn Mendes and Will Smith, like something like that.
You got like Curry with the shot. Like,
yeah, and we have Shoji Yuki, a weeb. 10th is a weeb.
Aguero, that's a soccer player, pretty sure.
So
Vlad
we don't
Guerrero.
know anything about these players.
It's like little finesse and Splash Brother and stuff.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm just gonna talk about those players a little.
Brisked, I think your voice is breaking.
Flash is
What is Splash in World Cup?
Yeah, it's clear.
But I think these guys, I think they're better than a lot of the other teams. I don't know how they will do wrong against teams like Harpp though.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
Fire Island Ruins. If you don't know Fire Island Ruins, you may know is a group on Facebook for Monotype. I'm also part of the group, but I'm not much active there since I'm more involved in smoke gun tournaments.
Yeah, I'm a
and-
part of the group, but I'm not active there.
yeah, same,
Yeah.
something like that. So
I've
I
never
know
played.
some of these players. And do you know any of these players, by the way, from Fire Island Ruins?
Grand Xander's pretty good.
Grand Xander.
Yeah.
And how do you think Fire Island Ruins will actually do in ULC?
I think they're okay. I don't know if they'll make playoffs though.
Yeah, they mostly have tournaments for their own groups and they all play.
Yeah,
They have actually
they've only participated in their own tournaments, so I don't know how they'll do versus
see.
other.
Yeah, they
I
have
think if
been.
there's- Sorry.
You go, Brisk. You go. I'll add later.
I think if there's one team that's gonna be like a sleeper pick for playoffs or like an upset, even it would be Fire Island Ruins. I don't think a lot of people know Fire Island Ruins. I've played like a few of their guys on ladder. Like they're not that good, but I feel like they might catch some teams by surprise. There's no really knows.
Yes, you're right. They certainly have that surprise factor around them since other side server leagues don't know much about them. And I do know some of these players. I know for Geraldo, Rudy is someone who used to play ladder a lot. I don't know about right now. Fear Alpha Dog was part of Alpha League, but now he plays for Fire Island.
Was he good?
He is. I think he's okay. I think he's okay. I won't call him good because I don't think he is too well versed in current Monotype. Yeah. So this group is something to keep an eye on, I believe. Fire Island Ruins. They may do good, or it may not go well.
Have they played in ULC before?
No, I don't think so.
No.
No. They've
only done their own tournament.
They did have a room on Azure, but I think it died.
Yeah.
Next
Yeah,
is
it kind of reminds. You can go ahead.
next is Shade. I don't know anything. You guys have to add about this one.
Well, Cleaver used to be Mono Staff.
Mono Stab.
Yeah, that guy's like Stunfisk the Great or whatever, and he used to be like a mono driver.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Stuntfist. Is he Shade Clever here?
Yeah, he Shade Cleaver.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Shade Cleaver. He's alright, I guess.
So it is a veteran then, it's Monotype veteran player.
I don't think he's played in a while though.
Yeah.
And I also see him a lot on forums just talking.
Yeah, he's in like the political threads, like arguing with people and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty head ass.
I actually think the inner Monotype community does not like Stunfisk the Great.
Yeah.
I'm going by the post I saw and the post he posted on Smogon and the replies he got. So I'm going according to that. I don't
He got
think
like in
many
a big
people
old
like
fight
it.
with Onion.
Hmm? And do you know any other player from Shade? How is Shade Mafetan? I think I know Mafetan.
I don't know who that is.
He was part of Alpha for some time. He's okay.
Mora, I know Mora, but I don't think he's good.
Mora's
Hampton's okay.
and
Yeah, he's
Hampton,
alright.
I've only seen him use left.
And is Holy Ghost a player who plays often? I think I've heard that name or saw that name. Holy Ghost.
Yeah, Holy Ghost. I've seen.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I used
that's stealing, I think.
Yeah, it is. I remember he was in ILA, right?
He's like a big Ubers guy, but I haven't seen him play Monotype in a while.
Oh.
Isn't that Banzi who's the Uber guy? Or dealing who's that's what?
They're both Ubers guys.
Oh.
Stealing was an exhibition for Ubers. I don't know how he did.
I remember he tried saying like Stall was good at Uber.
And moving on, we have next Shivai League.
Well, since they're ran by majority, it's probably gonna be bad.
Yeah, majority got 12 voted by Ian and 16. So
Oh.
left player in my life.
That dude's banned from Smogon for copying the Alakazam thread.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I was talking with Vid about it. It was like, look what this guy posted, and then he said, look at the GSC checks and counters, and it was, I think he had maybe 2 words that were different.
He got banned.
Yeah, he got banned by Smogon for plagiarism or whatever.
Yeah, I think he questioned it too. I'm like, what?
Oh. Alpha Shine is decent. I know Alpha Shine. Trigger Happy. I don't know how.
Trigger Happy, though, he's alright.
I've seen the name Trigger Happy. I don't think I've ever gotten it.
Yeah.
Chauvet is a pretty cool dude, but I don't think he's a great battler.
I agree. He is very good nature-wise, but I think he has much to improve in terms of batting. He is a good administrator, like with all that stuff, helping and out.
Doesn't he have like some sort of ranking, global ranking on his?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What next we have? Noxious, the last of Group A. Noxious.
I honestly don't know any of these guys.
Yeah, I think. Do I recognize any name here? No.
I think I recognize Noxious, but probably just a lot of people that I don't recall.
So not much information on these players.
I heard they have Shay, but that's about it.
You heard they have?
Shay? I heard Shay's in that league, but that's about it.
Oh.
Hyper Shaman?
I don't know that.
I remember the name. I don't remember him being good.
Yeah, I don't know what all he is.
So as we are done with Group A, we don't have much information on Noxious and All-Stars it was, yeah. Incognito.
Yeah.
All-Stars. So what do you think about the 4 leagues that will make playoffs from Group A?
Is it 4 from each?
It's
Yeah,
4 from each, right? It's 4 from
Yeah, it's
each.
4.
So from Group A, which 4 leagues do you think can make playoffs?
I think Arbiter is a given.
Yeah, for sure.
They'll get the 1 or 2 seed in the
Yeah, right.
which, if they all play, I don't think they will, because MPLs are
Yes, that's right. That's something to consider since NPL is going to start, and with ULC going on, their top players may not have sufficient time to play.
Yeah, I agree. I think Alpha. I think Harpp is going to carry them. I don't think there's really another way to put it.
Yeah,
We have made playoffs before. I think we can do this time as well.
yeah.
All-Stars,
Then probably
I think.
All-Stars. Yeah, All-Stars is probably the next.
I think only because
Hmm.
the rest of Group A,
It's kind of weak.
Yeah.
like they're
The-
like Alpha and Arbiter are the two big leagues, I'd say. All-Stars, they're led. They have good, like decent to like good players that'll help them. And then like I don't really know if there's another like solid league after that. Maybe
The fourth team's gonna go down to Zoopels versus Spurs, probably.
Zoopal versus?
Spurs? That's probably gonna be the deciding match.
FIR.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think if there's one team that's gonna surprise us out of this bracket, it's gonna be the Fire Island.
Fire
If there's
Island.
one
teams.
team.
Yeah, same. I also think that they can surprise. They also have enough support actually. I know about that.
Zoopels is good enough. They had to win.
You think Zoopals is good too for playoffs?
I think they're alright. They made semi-finals last year, but they had to win time too.
If Zoopels make playoffs, they're losing round
For sure.
So now let's move on to Group B. We have more 8 leagues to cover before we can go for power rankings. And the first league which we have is the average DSIMs. Headed by the DSIM himself, who is staff on Monotype ULC.
I'm gonna let you guys talk about this one because again, my words would be biased.
Okay. So I think DSM can provide enough team support. He has metagame knowledge needed, and they also have Brisked, who is a good player. And they have
And they're
and
Zugu.
Zugubu Royale are the ice cream on the cake. What do you say?
Yeah.
Namranan is also good. Meta Railu is rising. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have a good team. Faitan is also good.
Fighting's good. Cindy's good. Zugu's good. Yeah, they're solid all around.
Yeah, they're solid overall. Great team. They can certainly make playoffs. I can give it in writing.
Yeah, they'll be tough. They're contenders for sure.
Yeah, Evan is also good. He's just not active anymore.
Yeah.
It's a good team overall. Next is Riperius.
I won't say anything because this is my team.
Oh, you have. It's your team. They have Kaiser, Vincon, Kata, Sky Soul is okay. Mr. Ebby is okay.
King Bill is good at matchup.
Who?
Yeah.
King
Bill.
Bilu. No, I don't think he's too active on the Monotype side. I've not seen much of it.
I've seen him around a little. I think he'll play. I think if he plays or at least helps out, I think that's what's gonna happen.
There's also the dreaded combo of Vincon and Yamcon.
That's great.
Yeah, Magma and Vincon.
Felines. I think he's okay. I know. I don't think he's the strongest player, but I think he knows the battle.
They have some very good players, and Vincon is good. We don't even need to talk about how Kaiser is, and that's true. Magma is okay. Yeah. Mr. Abbey is also fine. Catalytic
I
can
know-
play very well.
Yeah, I agree with that. I remember 6. I was in the same league with him.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't think he's played in a while though, so I don't know.
Oh, they also have a random rift. Brisk, you know about a random rift?
Yeah, I've seen him around. He's okay.
He's okay. So overall, they have decent team, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely a solid one.
What do we have next? It's Rogue Nation. I have been seeing a lot of Rogue Nation also on ladder.
Yeah.
I think Bit's gonna hard carry this team.
DEFCON 4 days for dabs.
DEFCON 4 is gonna do it.
So we'll certainly see a Meostic team this you will see.
Yeah,
I think I was talking to Days for Dabs about this. A lot of people are gonna expect his Meowstic Psychic to be brought. So if he can, and I think people are gonna prep for that primarily. So if he can build other teams, which I know he has, because I've seen them on ladder, he's getting more familiar with types. If he can pull more types with surprise cards, being more diverse, I think he'll be very successful in this.
You know, if someone has a proper eye, like for each player, they'll certainly not only prepare for Meowstic team. Like if they do proper scouting and all. I know Days for Dabs has stopped using much of Meowstic Psychic, and I also went over his tournament replays just out of curiosity, and I saw that he has started using different types. So if you do enough digging, you'll get to know that Days for Dabs is not just limited to Psychic.
Yeah, he's been doing good in season loss.
Yeah, he beat Ian.
Yeah.
I don't remember how clean the games were, but I'm pretty sure he won.
Yeah, I know he won versus Ian. They also have Rogue Tana is also very good, and I think old player he has very good success in Auras Monotype.
Yeah,
I know.
Bit's really good. I've teamed with him before, and he ghosts pretty good too.
It's SM though, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not Auras.
But I still think he'll do very well here, since this is site server and there are a ton of players who are not up to the mark in terms of competitive monotype scene that we are used to on slow one. Yeah.
Did he do all right in World Cup?
Oh, I didn't track him actually, so I can't say about that.
Oh.
The name Wine Monk 87. I've seen it on that grass.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Like, I think he only knows how to play grass.
Who?
Wyman 87. He only plays grass.
Yeah, you're right. I've also seen him on ladder. He just spams grass.
Yeah, I don't think he's that.
And what are your thoughts on DEFCON 4? I've seen him sometimes on ladder.
DEFCON only uses flying.
And he gets cocky when he loses. Am I right?
Yeah.
Happened with me.
In GPL, that Austria guy or whatever, C-teamed him and DEFCON 4 kicked out.
So overall, they have a pretty, fun team, I'd say. They have, decent chunks of players who are very good.
I also see the names chronologically and Chomsky, both of which primarily use fighting.
Yeah, chronologically.
They're okay. AC is okay too.
I remember chronologically played a lot more of Auras.
Yeah. He was pretty good in Auras, I think.
A lot of these players are not too active right now. I know Rogue Ninja Mage. I saw him on main. Rogue Ninja Mage.
Predator 30 is another one of their ladder players.
Right.
Is that the guy that made it far in OST?
I don't keep up with OST, so
I think that's the guy that made like top 8 in OST. So
I know.
But OU and Mono are very different, so.
Yeah, very different.
I know Predator 30 uses a lot of steel. I think I've seen a few other types, like maybe electric, but.
Next, we have a very interesting league. Leftovers Gang. Poison Adhesive, Real Shady, Tapu Colino, who recently got promoted to driver and Monotype Pro. They also have got cookies.
Poison Adhesive's pretty good. He should do good in this tournament.
He can provide team support, I think. He's the one, defensive backbone. Yeah. Poison Adhesive.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I've noticed with Poison Adhesive is he's kind of like Boo mentioned earlier with Ty. He's either really good or really bad. I feel like true. If you get into his head with some plays, maybe let the timer tick down a little bit, then I think it kind of gets to him mentally.
And Real Shady, how do you think he'll do in this tournament? He played previously as well, I believe, but I don't think they made playoffs, did they?
Same thing. Shady's sometimes good and sometimes bad, but when he's bad, he'll flip out.
Yeah.
Shady's.
He is decent actually, but he just does not focuses too much on Monotype. That's what I believe. There are reasons for him to do that, but that's not for us to talk about. There's some inside. Yeah, they have got cookies too, who is very enthusiastic about building teams, so that'll help.
Yeah, cookies is like you said, very energetic, very motivated to build. I know he's been building a lot of black-white teams.
Yeah,
which I think we need.
Yeah, I think he can build. Yeah,
for us.
So he can also provide support for that. So that's good.
I think play-wise he's okay.
Who?
Cookies, I think his battling, it's okay.
Like he beat Magma in seasons, I believe.
Cookies is fine. It's just sometimes he does not uses his head properly. Head in the sense he's not too much into battle, and he'll start misplaying. I have been on the same team with him for World Cup. I know him pretty well now, so he can do well provided he uses full mind, focuses properly on the battle. Then he'll do well. If he does not focus, then he'll go out of his hand.
One thing I've noticed with Cookies is he either plays very passive or very overly aggressive.
Exactly. So, right. Precisely what you said is correct.
Yeah, if you know how he's playing, you can adjust to that and make your plays accordingly. And Cookies, if you're watching this, try to balance out the two throughout the match. You start the game playing very aggressive and play a little passive, switch it up.
I haven't seen Bunny play in a while.
Yeah, same.
He used to be okay.
Bunny.
I remember I was in a draft league with him, back with guys like Azzy.
Yeah, he's friends with Azzy. So.
Didn't Bunny founded some league some years ago?
Yeah.
Resurrection, or what was it called? I don't remember. Resurrection League. Kevin was part of that league.
I see Minutes. I've seen him on.
I see him in the Imp room.
Yeah, I've seen him there. It's I think he knows the plays a little bit more.
And what do you think about Derpit? That I have seen him on main. He chats on Monotype.
Yeah. He's okay. I think it's the same with me.
So
I don't know who Kai is. I don't know who Kai is.
Kai plays. I think I saw that name somewhere recently, but I can't pinpoint. Kai plays. I think he's a decent player from what I've seen, but I don't remember where I saw him back in. And Sun Surfers next. Sun Surfers.
This team is weird because it has some good players, but also has some terrible players. Like some ghost users only a puppet.
Some ghost.
And that guy like memed Monotype forums by like posting bad ghost teams.
Oh, so it was him. Oh.
Yeah, it was that guy.
Oh.
I still like see him, like he still challenges me in some Monotype games.
How does he
Parts
play?
of it, he's not the strongest player.
Mhm.
I think he has potential. He just remember when Smub would only use
Rock and Ice, yeah.
Yeah. And when he would only use that, you kind of got that vibe from him that like, oh, he only uses meme types. But then when he stopped only using those, he actually became like a good player.
Yeah.
I think only a puppet could be the same way. I just don't think he's as skilled at it in terms of battle.
I think Memo Miguel has the same problem too. If he doesn't bring electric, he could be alright.
He doesn't bring Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Yeah, he just Pikachu.
But it works. I've seen him winning with that, so props to him. It works.
Yeah.
Remember the Karma Fest tournament on Smogon?
Yeah.
I teamed with him that tournament.
Oh.
I think we lost to a Van and
So how do you think Miguel is actually, since you know him quite close?
I think he's a good player. He peaked Monotype with Pikachu. I think like Boo touched on, if he can get away from only using electric, he'll be very good. But yeah, I think he'll do well in this tournament for sure.
Sticking Gum is good. Like he's new to cores and stuff, but I've played him a few times, and I teamed with him in GPL. He's good.
Oh.
Sticking Gum.
Sticking Gum. I think I know Gum. Is Gum Sticking Gum?
Yeah, Gum is Sticking Gum.
Okay. He's good. Good.
Yeah.
What do we have next? Incognito.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I only know a couple of their players. Like they have that MVGE guy.
Oh.
And they have Pixel Pusher.
Pixel Pusher. Oh. Pixel Pusher. Yeah, he's good. Pixel Pusher.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting. So we know they have some solid players.
Yeah, they might be interesting.
Hello and goodbye. Aroma is next. Aroma. Maxirus, Ryla, Light Haze. I know Light Haze a little bit. Apart from that.
Light Haze is okay. Maxirus is really old. Maxirus is really old.
Any more information on this?
Like Maxirus played like back in the day. He was like the champion of Biblia or something.
I don't know any of these guys except for like Hayes, who's like.
They're in a Zer league.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be that good.
No, I don't think they'll be good.
Same.
Light Haze is okay.
I've seen some Aroma players on ladder, but they are okay. I wouldn't call them good. They are okay.
Yeah.
And lastly, we have Neon.
Well, they've been in like 5 ULCs and they've never won an LVL, so I think that says enough.
They have never been out of playoffs?
No, they've never even won a LVL, so.
Oh, wasn't Neon the league who forfeited, mid ULC season? Like they went out of the tournament?
Nyan Kitty is one of the worst players I've ever seen, no offense.
Who?
Nyan Kitty's like terrible, no offense.
Kitty is such a cute anime talent. You know how Nyan Kitty is.
Yeah, I think a kitten's a good one.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
They also have
And they have-
Godzilla with them.
They have LBs who, I don't know, he's okay, I guess.
Leasandre,
Yeah.
they have Nido King 48. No information.
I don't know who that is.
They have Godzilla. That's pretty scary.
Yeah. Well, we all will bring King Kong. You know, Godzilla versus King Kong is coming already. So someone who is battling him on ULC match should make their alt King Kong to counter the Godzilla. that will be fun to watch. And so now it's time for us to decide which four leagues will make playoffs from Group B according to our speculation.
Well, D-Sims is probably gonna win the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard one.
I think Rogue Nation can make playoffs.
Yeah, I think Rogue should make.
Yeah. So
Rogue
that's
should make playoff.
Yeah. I think Riperior's gonna make playoffs too.
Riperiors.
Yeah.
I forgot what is their roster. Riperiors. Oh yeah.
Riperior's is-
Boo's team. Yeah, certainly they'll make playoffs.
Yeah,
And
I think
for the
Rogue will make playoff.
And
I think it's
Last is hard.
It might be leftovers gang, but I don't like the thing with these kinds of players is their league tends to fall apart. Like,
That's
like they don't have a good leader, you know.
that's true.
yeah,
I
true.
think
It's gonna go down to leftover censor for an incognito.
I think Incognito has a better chance.
yeah,
Yeah, of making
Although-
playoffs.
yeah. I think I don't know who's on Incognito, like primarily like again Incognito league, but
Hmm.
I think they're a team to watch out for. Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Censor has Maskin, he's alright. Maskin.
Sunflowers. I don't know. I know Itras, which is Sharad, if you read it correctly, his name. Vimogul is also fine. They can make playoffs, but I don't see them making playoffs. They can. They have potential of making, but I think Incognito
Yeah.
will take it.
I think Incognito will take it more seriously, probably.
I think the Sun Surfers have a weird time zone kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, like
some
Memo
players-
Miguel and
yeah,
Taurus have weird time zones.
yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna affect them.
And we all know that the staff came up with a power ranking, correct?
Yeah, it did. I didn't agree with it, but
And why did you not agree?
they had Zupels pretty high. No offense to Zupels, but
Oh, they have Zupals. I have yet to see that power ranking.
they had Zupels at like 6 or something.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. They had him higher than All-Star.
and what was the reasoning behind having Zupals higher than All Stars?
I think it was because they did good last ULC.
Okay.
What they did was
Mhm.
is they had a staff poll, and they had each staff member rank which league was best. They gave their own,
Okay.
and so like I'm looking at it now, and like Arbiter, everyone voted one except for one person.
Mm.
Then the Dissams, everyone voted 2 except for 2 people. Riperiors, Alpha, and so far and so forth. And I think how they determined it was they took the average score of each. And then
Yeah.
whichever was the lowest would be the one.
So there's not much thought into actually creating power rankings, right? Like, having some players sit around and go through each league and making a power ranking based on their thoughts
And I think-
and their
I think it
experience.
can be biased as well.
Yeah, so that's another factor. So let us try creating a quick power ranking here. We know that Arbiter is one rightfully at number 1.
Yeah.
since they have
I
that.
think
Hmm.
I think DSM should be 2. They went to finals last ULC as well.
Okay, so Arbiter 1.
And
Do you agree with DSMs being 2, Brisked? It's your team anyway.
I remember we kind of hacked some funds. Like I played for Arbiter last year,
Hmm.
and we hacked, especially Fate and Scale. That was pretty ugly. So we got lucky.
So Arbiter 1, DSM 2,
Yeah. Rhyperior's 3.
Rhyperior's 3. They are here. Rhyperior's,
Alpha
yeah, Boo's
4.
14, Alpha 4.
Yeah, Alpha probably 4.
And which is the 5th?
Rogue.
All Stars probably.
All Stars.
I feel like Rogue has players that would be all stars.
All Stars only have like one really good player.
I think Rogue and all stars score 5 and 6.
Yeah.
regardless.
I agree with that. Rogi also has some good players.
Yeah.
7. I would say.
Fire Island Runes? Fire Island Runes? 7?
Yeah, I could get behind that. I could also
Yeah.
see leftover games as 7. But I'm okay with FIRs.
And last 8th, we don't need to have 16 power rankings.
On the if leftovers take it seriously, they could be good, but I just don't think they'll take it seriously.
That's true. So
Zupals might do alright.
Zupals.
wait, so where are we on the rankings? We have FIR at
We're at
7. Who's at 8?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Boo said Zupals for 8.
I think Zupals or leftover game.
Yeah.
Maybe Sun Surfers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zupal is decent. Sun Surfers.
I wish we knew more about Incognito.
Yeah, and All Stars.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. But I personally don't think they should have allowed incognito alts. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts? Yeah.
If the purpose
It creates an unfair advantage. I believe that. Like every other player, sorry.
If you're used to one team, like this is a team tour, you can ask a friend to pass you a team. You're afraid of getting scouted.
again, no matter I said this before, like to other people.
Yeah.
No matter, I could give you the best team in the world that would never lose a game, but if you're not comfortable playing with that team or not confident in it, there's no point in you playing.
That's true.
Yes.
You have to be familiar with your team. You have to know how to use it well.
That is why players like Meagull who use Pikachu Electric, they are good with that because they have a lot of experience with that particular team. They know what plays to make when. You know, inside, outside of the team, they know very well. We are outside, so we only question how they are using such team very effectively. So it comes with experience with particular teams. That what makes you good. And of course, you need to have certain level of skill while battling.
So for number 8, are we going Zupals?
It's a tie between Zupals and leftovers, right?
Okay, we'll put them at 8 and 9.
If leftovers takes it seriously, I think they have a better roster. I'm just afraid, with Shady and Bunny and stuff, they won't care as much.
Who knows? They may actually care this season and play.
10. Do we want Sun Surfers?
Suns are first.
They have an okay squad too. Yeah.
Yeah, they have okay squad, right? I just talked about Mimo Migul. They have him. There's come
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's safe to put them at
9.
Yeah, for sure.
11. Ikag.
Yeah. Just
Mm. And yeah, so we are done with the power rankings. Now I have to ask you something that is part of ULC, even if we agree or not, and it's ghosting. What do you think about ghosting as a whole in ULC? You know it happens. It certainly happens.
yeah.
I think so. My thoughts is I think ghosting lets you talk through your plays with other players that are either better or worse than you. But collaborating with players and talking through a game kind of gives both players second thoughts and like opinions, and they tend to be more successful.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it comes down to which player can outplay the other,
That's cool.
and obviously RNG. So I think ghosting is like it's okay to have a ghosting tournament, but I don't think ghosting is good in tournaments like seasonals or MW.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's certainly true.
This isn't a Smogon tournament, so I think
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
And I know doing ULC and ghosting with like better players, it has helped me get better because I know what they would do in those situations and stuff.
So in an unofficial tournament like this, ghosting actually helps players who don't have sufficient knowledge. That can be said. But at the same time, ghosting in a team tournament, official team tournament like on Smogon, will certainly get you infracted and banned.
Yeah, and like seasonals and stuff, it helps you get an MPL and stuff. And if you get ghosted and like you do good, then you get drafted over someone else when you're not actually good.
Yeah. And your whole reputation goes down.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
Like, you only have one reputation.
And it's very hard to maintain, and it's very easy to break.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
Harpp,
anything else for
Harpp,
us
you-
to cover right now?
I was gonna ask for your opinions on this.
Ghosting. I personally don't support it, but I do agree some players do need ghosting. For example, suppose you have a player who is not too competent in Monotype and they very badly want to play in ULC, and at the same time you don't want your team to lose. So that's where ghosting comes in. I believe that's actually what happens.
Yeah, I agree.
So I don't support ghosting for official tournaments at all. It's cheating, it's bad. But on unofficial tournaments like this, where ULC is taken now more as a fun. It's not previous years. ULC was very serious tournament. Like people were very serious about this tournament. Now it's more like fun engagement for a group of players to play together. I see it that way. So I think it's fine here, but I don't support it for official tournaments at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have said that.
So, is there anything else for us to cover? We went over each leagues. We tried to speculate leagues that will be making playoffs for both the groups, and we tried to come up with the power rankings for this ULC season.
I think we touched every part of it.
Yeah, every part. Yeah. And
Yeah.
if you ask me if there's any underdog league here, I'd say Fire Island Runes from Group A, and from Group B it can be Leftovers Gang, underdog.
Yeah.
Leftovers Gang or Incognito?
I don't know anything about Incognito, so I didn't include them. Like,
Yeah, that's true. Then again, because we don't know anything, they could be in it.
yeah, that's right as well. And there's no overrated league here. Every
No,
league,
I don't
yeah.
think so.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think there are leagues that are better than others, but I don't think
Yeah,
a league is
anything, yeah,
overrated.
no league is overrated here. We actually went over each league and players, so I don't think any league is overrated. So, Boo and Brest, thank you very much for joining me. Actually, it was Boo's idea. He wanted to do a video, and I grabbed that opportunity to do a video with him, and I invited you, since I know you know a lot of players inside and outside very well. You talk to a lot of people. So thank you for joining me and doing a video with me. It was honestly very fun, and it felt so natural, as if I'm talking to you in real life while discussing all this. And I had a few good laughs as well. So thank you for that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you for having me on the channel.
Thank you.
Yeah,
And
thanks. It was fun.
yeah, and this is the first time both Boo and Brist are here, and I believe in future they will be back again for some more discussion videos, not just on ULC but on other stuff as well, uh, about Monotype, of course. So thank you. And if you like such videos, and if you want to see more such videos about ULC, then let us know in the comment section and we'll try to come up with it. Thank you very much for joining us today. Bye bye.